Good afternoon and welcome to the sunny climes of Palmerston North here as we witness the game between New Plymouth Boys High School and Palmerston North Boys High School First 15s playing for the Barnes Cup, currently held by Palmerston North Boys High School after a thrilling 34-all last play draw last year. I'm joined in commentary today by Pa Josh. Pa, what do you think about the game today?
Oh, it should be a cracker, should be a good one there, Mr. Van. And I'd like to introduce you guys to these following students here. Ihaka Rāpira and Manaya Matehaere will be joining us too. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Acknowledgement.
Ke ngā maunga whakahihi, ke ngā tihi kōrero huri noa, ke ngā ripo wai tapu o te motu. Ma kore anō kia rere tonu ngā mihi ki te hunga mātaki ko hono mai ki whakaata Māori. Ki te mātaki, ki tēnei pakana nui, pakanga roa, ki te pai o te riri. Ai, ko e nei o ngā kapa, ko tomo mai a taranaki maunga, ki te whaitua rangitāne, whenua rangitāne tangata, no reira mihi ana ki a ngā mutu, kua hau mai nei i tēnei rangi. Kia kite atu tātou, he rangi ka pua, engari ka haere tonu te pakanga i tēnei rangi, no reira tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Kia ora, kia ora. So I'll just go through the team lists for today as they run out. We're in the white jersey of Palmerston North Boys High School today. And number 1, we have Sokatame Langelangi. And number 2, we have Flynn White. 3, Clark Sutcliffe. 4, Ollie Reid. 5, Mo Sakona. 6, Kisione Maase. 7, Carlo Isaac. 8, Tristan Chambers. 9, Henry Speedy. 10, and your captain for today, Jamie Villion. 11, Cole Cullen. 12, Nehemiah Sewer. 13, Caden Pardy. 14, Charlie Robbie. 15, Hunter Kennedy. 16, Wills Madden. 17, Tyler J. TJ Wallace. 18, Mania Rudolph. 19, Jonty Skirman. 20, Bailey Natai Crib. 21, Micah Steinmetz. And 22, Eric Miller. And opposing them today, we're in the black and white stripes of New Plymouth Boys High School. In number 1, we have Sammy Graham. In number 2, we have Nate Werder. Number 3, Malachi Benny. Number 4, Brody Lester. Number 5, Flynn Bryant. Number 6, Bo Henderson. And number 7, Riley Mitchell. Number 8, Cade Davis. Number 9, Romero Harmy. Number 10, Jack Hurley. Number 11, Corbin Rogers. Number 12, and the captain for the day, Jason McGregor. Number 13, Corriday Whippety Boylan. Number 14, George Lacane. Number 15, Tyne Nelly. Number 16, Cody Rolston. Number 17, Jake Stevens. Number 18, Tufakaya Taylor Tupae. Number 19, Adam Sosa. Number 20, Heath Sheehan. Number 21, Case Raven. And rounding out the team, number 22, Levi Clement. And the Palmy boys make their way out onto the field. We're in their traditional white. It's the first time today that they've managed to play in front of the school, first home game in front of the school, so always a wicked occasion for the boys, one that they certainly look forward to for sure. How do you think the game will go today, boys?
I think it'll be a close one, but a good one. He pakanga kei te haere. Kia ora.
Of course, Palmy boys hot off the win against Hamilton boys in their last game. They remain unbeaten in the Super 8, which has been a tremendous... but are still searching for this first win, and results mean nothing on a day like today. The New Plymouth Boys High and Palmy boys game is always one that's circled on the calendar. It's one of our oldest traditional games, and it's one that the boys look forward to for sure. And out come New Plymouth boys. Very measured approach as they come out.
There's no backing down from New Plymouth Boys High School. They'll be here to challenge Palmerston North Boys High School.
Talk briefly about our haka, Josh.
Nā reira, ko te haka o ngā tamatāne o te papaoia, ko te kai tito, ko manu kawana o rangitāne o Ngāti Raukawa, i titoa tēnei haka mō ngā tauira i te tau 2003. Ko te haka o ngā tamatāne o ngā mutu, ko te kai tito, ko Matu Julian rau, ko tāre ruakere, e tito a tēnei, tēnei momo haka i te tau ko tahi mano iwa rau, iwa te kau.
You love the standoff before the haka, don't you, before the games, the tension's rising.
I nānei ka puta mai te ihi me te wihi, te wana me te kaha o roto i te haka, me ki ko te timatanga o te kēmu, e tae ana te kite, me he mea kori te ngā tama, ko te āhua o te haka. Ko take te mānuka, ko weruhia ngā kapa, kia rātau anō, ko kātu te ihi, te wehi, he kēmu pai tēnei, mātaki hea.
Noia te iwi, mātaki mai nei, ki tēnei pakanga nui, wainga nui e nei kura rongo nui, karawhiua, kia rawhiua tamama.
Awesome start to the game there. Palmerston North playing from right to left. They enjoy a slight breeze at their backs. The ground looks in pretty good nick at the moment. Those of you that are familiar with the bog will know that at some stage those white jerseys will become no longer white, but hopefully we'll see some good rugby before then. But even given the rain over the last sort of 2 or 3 days, I think the ground's come up pretty good after the Hamilton fixture.
Mā kuku haere te whenua, he kēmu tere tēnei, a tērā pia, ka oma kaha, ngā paumua, tērā pia ko tērā tetahi o ngā whāinga ngā rautaki, he kēmu o ngā paumua tēnei, rānei o ngā paumuri.
Plymouth to kick off here. That first contact, both teams looking for it, both teams looking to exert some dominance.
Ke roto te papai oia, ke rātou te pōro, te toi tō rātou ake hawhe, hei nāne e whai rautaki ana rātou, e o makaha ana, ko whiu te pōro, ara, e o matere.
Early break there from Palmerston Boys, looking to find the space out wide. Jamie Villion pulling the strings there, and away goes Hunter Kennedy. can run.
Oh, koe ke panukua te papai o ia. E huro ana te iwi o rangitāne. Kia ora tau tama. Ka poi.
Awesome start there from Palmy Boys. They are blessed with a little bit of speed out wide. Hunter Kennedy, a known sprinter, and Caden Barty finishing that off. But some great look there from Jamie Villion after a strong set-piece carry from Clark Sutcliffe there early. Plymouth Boys will be looking to get their wide D sorted out fairly quickly, I'd suggest.
Yeah, we saw Tristan Chambers just breaking that through.
Aye.
And then giving it off to the wingers. E parahuti haere, te paitaha rā, engari, nā wai e ke panuku, so mihi ana ki ia papa ia.
Tristan Chambers, of course, head boy of Palmerston North Boys High School and head boy of College House as well.
Ai, te matanga pai tērā mo te papai o ia. Ko te whetu ki te kore, ki te papai o ia.
New Plymouth will look to reset. As we wait for a ball. Often with the early strong starts like that, teams can sort of lose their way a little bit, so it'll be important for Boys High just to go back to processes, reclaim this kick and look set to go again. Repeat again, I think.
Oh, he kaha te oma. Nei ko ngā paumua.
Good early contact there from both sides.
Ka whanati koke ki te paitaha. Engari, ka ore I puta ki waho.
Be Plymouth with a chance to run back now into the attacking half. Oh, stripped away straight away. Options here. Fly up. Penalty advantage for offside, I'm guessing, if I had to.
Ke konea Jamie Villion. E o makaha ana.
Offload. Knock on there, no advantage for the offside.
Pai kia ki te, I te papo ia e whakaeke, e anga whakamua ki te pai kāneke. Engari, me tia ki te polo te mea nui. It's good that we see Palmy boys making the advantage line, but little things, mistakes like that, can cost you sometimes.
Aye. And another one like that too.
Te kaha hoki o te oma o ngā motu.
You can see already in the play, some of the footing, not quite so sure. Hopefully the boys have got their 21s in today. As New Plymouth start to build their phases. Get a little chip game in. That's not the worst outcome there. Good pick up, great pick up from New Plymouth boys.
Great pick up. Beautiful. Ooh, penalty.
Penalty, all right, holding on in the tackle, I'd say. Should be a good test match out there between some of these wingers. They've been in some good form, the New Plymouth wingers and the Palmy Boys wingers. Childers will look to put this in the corner. Go to their line out, see what they can get out of it.
Ko te apiti tū ana nei, ka ngā motu te pōro, e noho ana, ki te rāringi rua te kaoroto I te hawhi o te papai o ia. He ha te rautaki, he ha te whainga, a kei ke panuku a ngā motu.
First line out of the game. Some tough throwing conditions, tough ball conditions as well. Interesting to see how the hookers control. Here we go.
Ka pai ngā mutu, ki te whakaeke e rātou.
Let's keep it tight. And now we go to width, see what they can do. Change the point of attack just a little bit, get their forwards around the corner, see if they can get some go forward there. Go back the same way.
Hia ngā mutu I te tai āputa. Kia whai piro mā rātou anō.
So footwork on attack and footwork on defence will be really tough today. Changes the direction will make it really tough to defend. Great shot there. So get near the sideline, head back in. Looks to be a good D-line set there. Line speed up. Good chops. Ooh, slight breakdown in communication there, but often out of that comes another gain. Some good defence here at the moment, boys. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really good, particularly with Palmerston North Boys High School. Ko te mea nui hei whakatū tētai pātū wata kia kore ai te hoa riri whakaekea, he mea nui tēnā. Yeah, very good.
Good discipline at the moment.
Yeah, New Plymouth have built up a good solid amount of phases.
Then we say that.
Unfortunately, it's just been the penalty now.
Commentators curse, you say good discipline, and the next thing you know, you got a penalty. Well done. Oh, that was me though, I think, wasn't it?
I also think it's important for New Plymouth just to keep close.
Aye.
Especially the forwards, you know, waiho te toi poto kau e te toi roa.
Especially after an early setback of an early try, they've come back into the game well here. Bit of territorial dominance for the last 5 minutes.
Ko whana tīkoke a ngā motu ki te paitaha, ngā rātou te pōro.
He āputu tū kei te haere, he aha te rautaki, mā ngā motu. Te rā pēa, he drive, te rā pēa, he mō, ka ki te tātou.
Willie away there, shifting the point again. Often seen something on review. Forwards go to work here, they love this stuff. Backs should not see the ball at all.
Kei te hea kai ngā paumua o ngā motu, e ki te ana I te rārangi mā.
Right. Inch by inch they're going forward there. Very patient in their build-up, not looking to go too quick. Back in their leg drive in the contact zone there, don't have to do it by speed. Latches, early latches on, get the clean over, secure the pill, go again. Some good D from Palmy though. And another fly up there, good. Good.
O, ko hāmenetia, a te rewhiri I te papa I o ia. Me ata whakaro I te papa I o ia.
Kickable pen.
Taumahi.
Sorry boys, kickable penalty here. Be interesting to see what they do. 7 down, do they go? And the
Nā, me
tee's,
tū kaha, me tū mana a papa I o ia.
tee's been run on. I think that's the right decision. I mean, you find yourself down early, you just sort of want to get back on the point on the scoreboard. Otherwise, you're going to find some scoreboard pressure later in the game. So,
Tika tau e kōwhiringa pai tēnei. Tata ki ngā pau, o pai ake ki whana. Whana ki waiganui ngā pau.
shows a bit of respect to the boys, Palmy boys' defence line as well, though. Again, won't be easy kicking. We saw with Jamie's early kick for touch, lost his footing there, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Ia te ki te ana, e parauri haere ana ngā tīha te mā o te papa I o ia. He tohu o te pukumahi.
And he gets that over. So early points on the board for New Plymouth boys, 7-3. Just wait till I see his number.
Rau e te kite atu I ngā motu e anga whakamua ana I te pai kāneke. Nā wai I whana ki wanganui ngā pau, I whai piro rātou. Mihi ana kia rātou.
That was the fullback Nelly that kicked that point, those scores there, or that penalty. There's a boy Nelly playing for varsity from around Stratford way. I wonder if there's a relation there.
Nā, ko whana tīkoke a papa I o ia.
Oh, early lift, go Colt.
Kia ngā mutu te pōro.
The wind's just starting to pick up here now in the field, so she's a tough place to exit for New Plymouth boys, but that's a strong drive. Body height there of Palmy boys up a little bit.
O ka hāmene te kaiwa wau. Pai te kaha o ngā mutu. E koke tone e kōkiri tia.
Boy Nelly steps up to kick again.
Whana tīkoke ki te paitaha.
New Plymouth hooker's been really accurate so far with some really good throwing, some good calling from the line out, so he'll be looking for a repeat again. 6+ line out. Drive set up. Ref just asking Palmy Boys to step down. Overthrow, knock on. Palmy Boys throwing someone up there. Obviously the rules the way they are at the moment. If you throw someone up and the ball's not straight, then that's a free kick to you, but good pressure from Palmy Boys.
Ko kita atu tātou te ihi te wehi te wana I wainganu I ngā rangapū paumua, ngā kura e rua. Pai te kaha, pai te kite te kaha.
First scrum of the game, I think. Yeah, all right.
First scrum. Good test for the boys.
All right.
Taupuri.
Props love this, don't they? First scrum, bit of mud on. They're looking for at least 15 scrums in a game. They know it's coming.
Good mental test for the boys.
All right. Weight packs look pretty similar.
Similar.
Yeah, right. Maybe a little bit of a weight advantage through the props for the boys in white, but probably balanced out by the locks, I think.
They're building big these days, don't they? Kai te ki te o nei tāne.
Big and strong. You can be big and not be strong, but these boys are...
That's right.
These boys are very good. Right. There'll be a bit of this through the day, I think. No, Bruce Hemmeter, the scrum coach for Palmy Boys, is big on 21mm sprigs.
Mena ka tai mai koutou ki te papoia nei he whenua mā kūkū. He ua ki te tākoro. Mena ke konei koe.
Ki te ana I te ihi me te wehi. I roto I tēnei wahanga o te kēmu. Kei te hiakai e nei paumua.
Lots of chat from the boys, both sides. They amp each other up. The Palmy Boys set piece strikes have been going pretty well this year with some big strong runners. So
Ko hāmene te a ngā motu. Kei a te papaio a te pōro I nāi nei.
ref's had enough. Let's see if Jamie can be a little bit more effective with this kick. That's a good nudge.
Te kāhoki o te whana. Ko whana ki te paitaha. Te papaio a te pōro. Hea pititu kei te haere.
First line out for Palmy Boys.
Ai, kei te whakatata atu a te papoia ki tō rātou rārangi piro.
Hea te rautaki.
Overthrow. You Plymouth straight onto
Ngā
it.
motu te pōro I nāi nei.
It's a good shot from number 10, Jamie Villion. Game sort of settled into a little bit more of trench warfare at the moment, just with the conditions and possession being shared. Both sides defending really well. Plymouth just trying to play their way out, acknowledging the wind, retaining possession really well. Wonder how many more times they'll go through the ball before they look to kick. Seem pretty organised though. Good clean carry clean. And they're making their way up the ground. Started on the 22, they're heading to the 10. Kick coming. That's a nudge. That's a great take by Cole Cullen, left wing there, son of.
Ki te ana I te mā kūkū o te whenua.
It's good carry.
Kāhoki o ngā oma o ngā paumua.
Great tackle over top as well by Sammy Graham there, the number 1 for New Plymouth. Just note a slight difference here in terms of the ruck speed that Palmy Boys have got going on.
Ke te ngana te papaio ia. Ki te anga whakamua. Engari te kāhoki o te pātū wata o ngā motu.
That's a nudge. Great line.
Ai o mana.
Great break.
Ko ke mihia he āputa papaio ia.
Inside.
Ko Henry Speedy tērā. Kai ke panuku.
Ko ake tangaroa.
That's a great try for Henry Speedy. Some great patient build up there as they spread New Plymouth Boys to one side. Then they look to come back through the middle, through the disconnects on the D there. And Henry Speedy, who is making his return after a broken wrist, has been out of action for a wee while. But certainly a great halfback support line there after a great break by Kisione Maser. Big, powerful ball runner that he is.
Nā ko te whāngai nai nei, kia kimihia e papai oia e roa ngā piro anō mā te whana.
Good to see that good defence line too from Palmerston North Boys High School to get that back.
Ai.
And then I oma pūrere te nama, koe tērā, te nama rima.
Kisi on tērā.
Kisi on Ai. Whakatere atu e ki te rārangi piro, ka pai.
So 14-3 Palmy boys now. So just some other results from the day. Obviously it's a massive exchange with a few other sports being played, but from the rugby ones, the second 15 fixture, Palmerston North Boys High School won that 40-12, and then the Colts under 15 fixture, another win to Palmerston North Boys High School 22-5. Of course today's game, as I mentioned before, has been played the Barnes Cup, which is a cup that goes back many years between Palmerston North and New Plymouth Boys. Mr. Nelly to kick off again. 14-3. Thoughts, boys? Is the wind worth how many points for the Winds today, do you think?
My thoughts on the points. I'm going with maybe 24, and maybe able to get up to 15.
Nice.
At the moment, Boys High is doing pretty good. Found another gap.
All right. Just good quick ball play there. Might have been a hint of a forward pass, but unsighted. Great carry from Nehi. Maya Sua, who spent most of summer over in Scotland on an exchange. That's unlucky. Certainly playing with plenty of positive intent, not really letting the conditions dictate while they can play above the ground.
You said the Palmy boys are still running the fast play.
Yeah.
The back line too.
Aye.
You're utilising that.
Aye.
You can see the confidence coming through in the boys. Good ball handling, wanting to run the ball. That's what we love to see.
Magnificent. Seems to take longer to clean the boots than the scrum's going to take. A couple of resets last time. Hopefully boys get their feet and their feet positioning set this time. So we're going to have a good contest. Don't mind a good scrum. That's a good scrum. Get in. Ooh. Run kick option and out there. Great defence there from Henry Speedy. Good look from the New Plymouth boys. It's the right idea. Come around the corner there, bring the winger up and then play into the space. Maybe look for a 50-22. But just went along the ground instead of going over. Maybe not confident with the wind.
Yeah, good confidence coming from New Plymouth. Wanting to run the ball.
That's a good line out. We play. Breaks through the first tackle. Jamie Villion affected the second. Great shot from Kisione Mase and Siokatami Langilangi. The Bruise brothers. New Plymouth keeping it tight again. Trying to create some space and some kick option.
Ko hanta kineri tēnei. Te tere hoki o tēnei tama.
Cole Cullen taking the ball in there. Good support there again. Kisione Masi's everywhere at the moment. He's playing really well. Good with ball in hand and good doing his defence work as well. Turnover there though. Slippery conditions. And another one. It's going to, as the game unfolds, I think there'll be more and more handling errors, but certainly at this stage a high level of skill shown by both sides in terms of how they're getting the work done.
Yeah, the boys will set up for another scrum. He's props 11, man.
You know the worst job after this game? Washing our white jerseys.
Now this is a time for both teams to have a little bit of a breather after their big run through, and then they're going to engage for the scrum.
Nice. New Plymouth look to be setting up for a little midfield play here.
Yep, you've got the winger in. The back there, just
fullback.
Park at the back there.
All looking interested. Good scrum from boys. Good scrum. Gone. Little sting option. Play that. That's good play. Mr. Nelly makes a break. Feeds to his winger. He's going to beam for the line. That's great covering defence there by the boy James. And then Tristan Chambers getting across. Hunter Kennedy as well. Caden Vardy, sorry, as well. Look really organised on defence there. Obviously a slip up there, but that's the nature of the game today for sure. But a good break there from the fullback Nelly.
He wai pakiaka tā tērā pau muri, te tere hoki o tēnā oma. Engari, nā te mā kukuhari o te whenua, o katakaia.
Last line it was overthrown. That's better. Ollie Reid takes that year 11 boy, calling the line out. Some tremendous responsibility for one so young. That's a good kick, put pressure on, ask New Plymouth to have another crack. Good footwork, great offload. Jason McGregor there, the captain, runs a great line, carries strongly. That's Bo Henderson, I think. His nickname is Concrete.
Concrete.
Because of how he hits. Oh, offload as well. Great play. Oh, that's bad luck.
Right.
Riley Mitchell there, just coming back. He had a major injury, so he's coming back into rugby this year as well. So, again, just looking to try really positive rugby. That's first 15. The purest form of rugby, I think. The most positive rugby out there at the moment.
Kia te papai oia te pōro I nai nei. He wā tēnei kia ata kōrero hia. A ngā pau muri ki ngā pau mua. He ha te whainga, he ha te rautaki, kia wehe rātou I tō rātou hawhi. Tēnā pia he oma, tēnā pia he whawhai.
It was a good scrum from Palmy Boys last time against on New Plymouth feed, so hopefully they'll be able to hold stable. And Jamie or Hunter will be able to find a good kick space here. Back to Jamie. Charge down. Good reaction from Carlo Isaac. And we could be on here. Hunter Kennedy with all the gas in the world.
Te tere hoki oi. Wa koe ke panukua Hunter Kennedy. E te iwi, haruru wana te iwi, orangi tāne.
Hunter Kennedy's made a habit of scoring long-range tries this year, but out of misfortune of a charge down, often those things happen. The defences did really well to affect the charge down, but then just clocked off, and a bit of razzle there from Palmy Boys as we swept on to attack.
He's such a good attacker. You know,
Right.
from their position there, just going
Right.
through and doing a little bit of fakey there.
Yeah.
And then just carrying on to the try line.
I'd say we all held our breath as he was going to do that. We probably should have passed. If you're going to do that, you've got to back yourself in from there, and he certainly does back himself.
That's right, tikatai, tikatai.
Good confidence shown from Hunter Kennedy right now.
Remain 3 from 3 off the boot. Wind's starting to pick up, I think, boys, is it?
Getting a bit chilly.
No. It's just a standard a winter day here, my friend. Don't be bad-mouthing the Palmerston North weather like that.
Beautiful day, yeah.
Beautiful day in Palmerston North.
Quite warm, quite warm.
Beautiful day in Palmerston North.
Ko te rua tikau mātai, ki te toru ngā piro I nai nei, a rua tikau mā whāroho mai te iwi.
Oh, knock on there and down harshly, I think, on his shoulder as well. That could have been a little bit tough. Been that sort of game. New Plymouth have probably had the fair share of possession and territory, just no points on the board to show from it. But Palmy Boys have shown themselves to be really effective and efficient. As soon as they get possession, they're looking to stretch and finding some holes and finishing things off really well. Just a bit of treatment there for Ollie Reid, who landed rather awkwardly off the kick-off jump there. Scrum time. This will test the shoulder as the front row weight comes back through your shoulder. And the reset, ref not happy. Fair enough too. Everyone wants to see a good scrum. The issues here, obviously, with I'm no scrummager and no front row, clearly. But the issues here just around the feeting, the foot in the ground. So if they overextend, then that means they're starting to slip, and that's when the scrums start to collapse. So he's just trying to get them a little bit closer so they don't overextend on the hit. I reckon. Hopefully Bruiser would agree with me.
Yeah.
There it is. Same move as last time, different variation. Good break there by Corrade Whippity Boylan, 13 for New Plymouth. Tall fellow. New Plymouth go to work again with their forwards. Just trying to compress the Palmy Boys D up to create some space elsewhere as their backs come round the same way. But the Boys High forward D line looks pretty settled at the moment. Sorry there, mate. Right. One out rugby again. They've earned themselves a penalty.
E mea nui mo te papo e kaupare hoariri ne, whakatūpātū wata kia kare ai rātou whakaekea. Engari auare ake ko hāmne te kaiwawao.
They're getting some reward for how they're playing at the moment, but they might need to start looking to go somewhere else. I think the close channel defence of Palmy Boys are certainly up to the task. But they've earned the penalty, so that would be part of the strategy. Kick to the corner, get their line-out drive going, see how she rolls.
Nā, ko whanaa ngā motu ki te paitaha.
Ia, piti tū kei te haere mai.
The last two scrums, in actual fact, they've made breaks through their back, so that could be an option going forward.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple of times.
No.
Their fullback in particular.
Yes, seems a talented player.
Te apiti tū.
So form for the drive. Plymouth have got good body height there, good, well organised. They roll around the left there. Halfback has to go in and clear, which means I'm unmanned at the back. So I'll get organised again, New Plymouth. Shift the point of attack. Good defence from Palmy Boys. Again, they're just trying to go through the middle. I'm just not sure they're going to get a lot of traction there, so to speak.
Aye.
Well, that's a good one there. Two fairly contrasting styles here at the moment between the two teams. One team ready to get wide, the other team just looking to bash up.
Nā, ngana ana ngā motu ki te kimi I te rā rārangi piro. Te kimi ana e rā rima piro mā rātau anō.
Ia, he pātū wata tēnei o te papai o ia. Te kāhuki o tō rātou ārai, o ngā rutu. Ia, e mahi kahi ana ngā paumua. A ke te ngana ki te kimi I tērā rārangi mā.
On the ball there. No. That's good leg drive there as they get a little bit closer. It's just the speed of their play at the moment that's allowing the Palmy Boys to get around, although that was done relatively illegally. That's a good run by young Hurley. The 10 for New Plymouth. Good strength. They'll go back to work again. Body height though. Need to get a little bit lower. They've still got an advantage here. Backs flood around the corner. They go back against the grain. Attack some of the smaller defenders in the Palmy Boys defence line. That's a good tackle. Good choke tackle there.
Awesome display by New Plymouth Boys. So moving forward, chucking forward.
Yeah.
Agadi he mea nui mo papoia te kaupare hoariri e pai rātou ki te ārai.
The ref just wants to have a chat with a couple of players who might have a few ideas about how the game should be reffed. And T was walked on and now getting called off. They'll have a tap move here, I'd say. Seems to be in vogue these days. Teams have these flash tap moves. Spread forwards one way, backs the other way. No, he's going line out. That is a tough place to kick a line out from, underneath your goalpost, 5 metres out from the try line. Bless him.
Must be something we don't know.
Oh, no. I would have said no if the captain asked me to kick from... No, I can't. Can you guys have a scrum, please? Well, I'll take the shot. But a good kick nonetheless. Allows New Plymouth to go back to work again. Come the other way this time. But Flynn White might be on that ball. Good clean out work. It's just the speed of play at the moment. They're just allowing Palmy Boys defence to adjust. They need to look at trying to speed it up a little bit. Once they build momentum, then they can go. Just the speed here. If it's there to go, they've got to go.
Palmy Boys is doing a really good job of keeping their ball away from their try line.
All right. Another penalty, though. A double blast. Yes, a double blast. The hand could be going to the pocket here. Or it could be team warning. Unsure. Just the captain at the moment. No, Clark Sutcliffe called out as well.
Ia te kōrero ana. Ia te kaua wau ki ngā kaitākuro te papaio ia. Nā te nui o ngā hāmene. Ai toi tō rātou hāwhe.
So the next penalty in this zone here by a boy in white will result in a yellow card. Really back in their line out here. They've the last two, they've looked to drive and then peeled away left or right. So obviously some variation in there that they're really comfortable with. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here, where they try and drive straight up the middle or keep going with the peel-offs. Still set to drive though here. Back set to play. Probably hopefully, as opposed to expecting to see the ball, I'd suggest.
Always interesting to see the wingers in part of the back line coming in, on the blind side especially.
It's the extra man in the play. You can only defend the front line. The back line is where the deception comes. Here we go. They could have a bit of a roll here.
Ke te koki tonia ngā mutu.
Body height there, fight to get down. Good. Advantage again. I would say that would be just about it. Or there's some options left if they look left. But they've gone right. And that might be held up over the line. They're very close to the line. Hard to see from this angle. Down and go play now. Quick to the left. Good setup, although the time, throw a tackle and over.
Nā wai, ko kimi a ngā mutu i te rārangi piro.
They really had to be brutally honest. They'd had a lot of possession, a lot of territory. They needed to come away with points. They'd had two kickable penalties. They backed themselves to get over, and it might not be over yet. I think the ref's going to call someone out here, and a yellow card to, I think, number 5, Mo Sakona.
Te tako i ngā kōrero, I whakapaukaha ngā motu, I roto I tēnei hāwhe. Nā wai, I eke whanuku no re mihi ana ki taua kapa.
Nei, ko te paumuri e ngana ana, kia kimi I e rā piro, e rua, ma te aha, ma te whana, ki wainganui ngā pau.
Palmy coaches won't be too upset. Obviously, a try's been scored, but that's a whole lot of pressure and a whole lot of phases down there that they managed to hold them out for. So, obviously, the yellow card isn't going to please too much, but some good defence shown, but also some really good patience there from New Plymouth boys once they're down there. Show a bit of resilience and get over the line. So, fair play to them. 21-10.
Nei, te kaumā whanui ho ngā tangata, ai roto I te ope taua o te papaio ia, nā te kāri ko whai. He ha te rautaki.
We've got some war wounds here. I think Cassione coming off for blood. So boys in white down to 13 at the moment. Cassione Marcy off for blood. Refs asked him to go off.
Yeah, TJ, go.
Blood bin. Go. He's got 15, lads. Bring someone on.
Placed by number 17, TJ Wallace, who's a prop. So what will happen here is, and Cassione's 6, so there'll be a reshuffle in the forward pack there. Clark Sutcliffe will probably go to lock. Good nudge.
Te pai hoki o te whana.
Plymouth go back to their their carry game again. Just try and get some field position for the kick out. Get an angle on the line. That's not a bad kick. Not probably quite long enough though.
Oh,
Good unleash here. Really exciting back five. The Himaya
Tēnei tama.
good gas. Physical carry, big man. There's the white attack line to get set. Great wide ball from Speeds there. Out the back, space here if they can access. Caden Barty with his gas. Great turnover there from New Plymouth. Great turnover. Really good look there from Palmy Boys, but equally some stout defence there from New Plymouth. Just ran away from his support just a little bit, got isolated. And that kick is out. And Cassione, short-lived stint on the sideline for Blood. He's back on now.
Great to see the back line of New Plymouth Boys, their defence especially, on the fullback
Right.
at Palmerston North Boys High School.
Right.
Because he is a weapon.
He is indeed. Just a little bit of an obvious picture here from the New Plymouth backs. Big carry here from the captain, number 12.
te kāhoki o te lutu. E tapahi ana I te pātiti.
Ko Tihaya,
Turnover.
Tahaingia.
What are we going to go with there, ref? So knock on against Palmy Boys, who are a man down, a forward down. So New Zealand scrum safety rules will apply. And I'll wait to see how the scrum sets before I explain what they are. Feeling is that New Plymouth have to match numbers. But I think Palmy Boys might have to match numbers, so... But the ref, maybe not. Those rules seem to change on a daily basis.
Right.
So 8 against 7 here in the scrum. Good set. Oh, good work. Knock back. Good defence from Tristan Chambers there. Got off the scrum really well. And great defence there from Carlo Ising. In fact, Henry Speedy's dripped the ball away. This could be a long run in. Cole Cullen up in support. Has he got the gas to go? He has indeed. Well done.
Kei loto I te ingoa o te iwi. Henry Speedy, kei loto I te ingoa. Koe ke panuku.
Oh, boy. Unlucky by New Plymouth because they were working so hard just to get to their try line and little something like that. Those mistakes that they just done.
Yeah.
Cost them.
Well, Boys High are really effective in that space at the moment. It's the way they're playing and the freedom that they play with and the confidence that they have. Just a turnover from there and they were gone. So
Yeah. Ngari hare, e araroa tēnei te iwi. It's a long way to go.
it is. Good kick.
O, te pai hoki o te whana. Koe ke panuku o te papai o ia.
That's half-time here, score 28-10, so a score right on half-time. I think the game was probably evening up there with possession, etc. But for Palmy Boys to get that last try there in the half probably certainly tips it in their favour. They'll turn to play into the wind now, so New Plymouth will have the wind at their back. So that might make a little bit of a deciding factor for them as they look to try and play a little bit more territory. But certainly some great rugby there from both sides. What are your thoughts, boys, on the first half?
Yeah, Palmerston North Boys High School did a good job of getting that lead in the first half. Yeah, I think this will be a really good game in the second half, like you said, Mr. Van.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Palmerston North Boys High School. Their defence, and attack from the back line of the New Plymouth Boys.
Yeah.
They breaking a few lines there throughout that first half. Yeah.
Home knowledge now would say that the field through the middle of the park will start to tear up a little bit more, so the 15s remain the go-to, but as the game progresses, that field will get harder and harder to score points on.
Yeah. Tika. I taku whakapai ka maka atu te pōroki.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times.
The best way to dominate any culture is to take the children.
3 months, now turned into 3 years.
Once you're in there, that's it.
The Stolen Children of Aotearoa, streaming now on Māori Plus.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you. We're going to go once. We're going twice. And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Take this for example. This wine turret doesn't look very well designed. So we called the tank manufacturer to check. We asked, why is the turret away from the side of the tank? They said, because it's always been that way. So we had to think. What if the turret was next to the catwalk? Sounds good. So that's what we did. Now the wine turret is better designed, better value, easier to use, and safer. I think that deserves a toast. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Manga Tangaroa's fight for a better quality of life.
You can do it. Nice job, Manga.
Will push the human boundaries.
Good man, there you go.
Of possibility, nurturing hope. All episodes streaming now. Ki Māori Plus.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what New Zealand Carbon Farming are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity benefit.
And go! Just fill up at a participating Caltex, stack your pump discounts, and you could collect more savings on your next visit. Oh, there's another one. Getting quite good at this. Filling in savings.
Funding.
20 seconds away. Right, we're back here. Back live here, 28-10 the score. It'll be interesting to see the words and the messages that were given at half-time. I see a couple of clean jerseys in the New Plymouth side, which is always the giveaway that they have made some changes. And I'll run through those changes as and when I can see the jersey numbers. Tufakaya Taylor Tupaea looks to be on in jersey number 18.
Te pai hoki. Te rautaki o te papai o ia. E ke panuku ana ki te rārangi.
Henry Speedy has a little lot down the blind side. Good look, good look. Cheeky little halfback play there. Also on in jersey number 19 is Adam Sosa, and New Plymouth have gone quickly, looking to use the wind.
Oh,
Straight down his throat. This could go anywhere. Good shot. Good kick chase line. Great kick chase line.
Okay, a te papai oi, a te poro i nai nei. Anei ko kisi o ne o makaha ana I te poro. Te kaha hoki o te oma.
Wading through tacklers, Nehemiah Sewer, number 12. Building play again here, Palmy Boys.
Just in there with a nice solid run.
All right. Playing out the back, out the back. See if they can find a disconnect or a seam in the defence line. Not that time.
Ke te hoki whakamuri a te papai o ia. Nā te kaha o te ārai o ngā motu.
Another good shot there, another good shot.
Miki mi he te te rautaki
yeah, it's a good option.
Oh, ko whai
Cullen makes a good break. Henry Speedy, he's playing really well. Someone needs to jump in a halfback though. The boy Cullen will. Also on looks like number 16, Cody Ralston.
Ui tatangaro te papai o ia I te poro engari. Ke ala tau tonu.
Bit of draw and pass there by Palmy Boys. Cole Cullen involved again. They're going to just keep running, Palmy Boys. They're into a bit of a win now, so they'll just keep running the ball until they see some options. And some disconnect, and there it is. Another great offload. Henry Speedy having a great game back in the white jersey after the injury. Need a halfback though, need a halfback. Biggest halfback on the field, Siokatami Langilangi. Good rips. Good shots. Certainly marking Hunter Kennedy a little bit strongly now. Making sure he doesn't get those free running lines. Oh, leg speed. He's away again. Playing really well, Kasione Masi. One of his best games I've seen in the white jersey. Good hands. Offload away. Flynn White down the outside there. That's a great try. That started on our 22, I think, did it? And then just working our way through some phases, some lovely little offload play, a couple of little mini breaks, and then finished it off really well there. Flynn White down the outside, the hooker. Living where most hookers live these days, on the edge. Jamie Villion with arguably his hardest kick of the day into the wind and from the sideline.
Great to see number 9, Henry Speedy in most of those phases.
Right, yeah.
You know, breaking the line, giving off, and then finishing off their try there.
He's a really smart player, looks to scan in around those 10-20 channels, and when teams clock off, he takes advantage of it really well. So there's a hush descends for the kick. The crowd will tell you.
Engari, hoki atu tātou ki era momo tākoro e kitea ngā motu e kaupare hoariri ana. Really good defence from New Plymouth Boys in some of those phases.
Yeah. Just needs one guy to clock off though and they get in trouble. A miss there from Jamie. Looked to strike it pretty good, but the wind and the angle defeats him. 33-10. And there's a change there for Palmy Boys. Siokatami Langilangi after some really strong carries, some good scrummaging. He comes off for a break. And TJ Wallace goes on. Brother of Logan Wallace, who an old boy of Palmy Boys, is in the New Zealand under-20 squad. They head away to the World Cup on Monday. TJ making his own way. Playing the same position and playing really well. That's off the side of the foot. Good kick chase, same position and playing really well. That's off the side of the foot. Good kick chase, connected though. That could go a 50-22, I think. Yeah, it's a great kick into Diggs's corner. Of course, RJ Doyle, a long-standing member of Palmerston North Boys High School, PE teacher. Spent most of his Saturdays standing at that corner there watching the Boys High first 15, so affectionately known as Diggs' corner.
Nei ko te apititu o te papa o ioia, ki roto I tō rātou hawhe. Roa ko toka te pōro.
It's a good line out. She's a really tough place to get out of that corner. That's why teams pin you down there, especially with the prevailing wind. We must have missed the memo about the gumboots today, boys. Josh didn't. He got his on. He knew.
He's ready.
He knew. It looked like grass as you were walking across. There's no mud there, and then you start walking. There's mud. Big scrum here for New Plymouth. So get back on the board quickly here. 33-17. They're with a shot.
Good advantage for New Plymouth boys.
Right. Another change there. Halfback replacement. Number 20, Heath Sheehan on. He'll be looking to inject himself, as all the bench players do. Not really called benchies anymore, sort of impact players or the bomb squad or all sorts of names that sort of mean a little bit of something to the team and the impact that they make. If it gets to 33-17, it'll be tight after that. 33-10 at the moment, so a point here and a try here and she tightens up.
Yep, New Plymouth boys have a good opportunity now.
Right.
Tārai te whakaeke I te rārangi piro.
Wouldn't mind seeing the 15 just press up a little bit further, just a little bit deep. It's an option, and that's great defence. Caden Vardy in there. Great read, great shot. New Plymouth still with the ball though. And another great shot from Caden Vardy, double action. Great low chop, and then a big tackle in there to drive the man back. And we've seen this before for most of the first half.
Ai, ara te ranga pūpau, Paumoa boy, Palmy boys, e kaupare ana.
Advantage again. So obviously think they can get some measure out of this with a fresh forward pack on there.
Ko ka haki te tātou, I ngā motu. Me te pōro I toi te hawhe o te papa ioia. Engari, tori noi ho ngā piro o ngā motu. Ai hā te rautaki, kia whai piro rātou, kia ai ke panuku.
A little bit of tic-tac there, one way then the other, instead of going the same way. We go back to that early penalty advantage though. And a double blow again. And Mr. Viljoen, as the captain, will be told on no uncertain terms. But that is far too many penalties 10 metres out from the try line. And if it keeps going, there will be another man having a bit of a break for 10 minutes, I would think.
E tika tau he mea tūpato mō Palmy boys. Tia kawe e wei atu e tai o ngā kai tākoro.
Plymouth back to their line out. They've looked good when they've gone through the backs. They've made some good gains there. You wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of a change up here, but
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the conditions are what they are though. This looks a good drive though, well set. Hooker's got the ball there safely at the back. Getting a little bit lost there, but still going forward. And could be over there. Ref has called a try. 33-15. Well done, New Plymouth boys.
Ko ke panaku ngā motu.
Me te biharo hoki, ki te kiti atu ngā motu e whakapaukaha ana ki te rārangi piro. Koe rā ngā hua ne?
Ai. Tika ana koe.
Kia ora mea Smith.
He wā tēnei mō papaioia ki te whakaaro. Me pēhea. Me whai piro mā rātou anō.
Ai tika ana hoki, ki te mihi ki ngā tuara o ngā tīma, ngā kaiwa wao, ngā kai whakahaere o ngā tīma. Pai ki te kite I ngā kaiwa wao. Tōna taiohi, te āhua o enei kaiwa wao, pai ana ki te kite a rātou. E mahi pukumahi ana, I roto I tēnei kēmu. Kore kaiwa wao, kore kēmu, no reira e mihi ana ki a rātou.
Tika.
New Plymouth certainly not out of this at 33-15, kick to come. And it's really just the start of the second half. If they can get another, get some more position and territory down in the right half, playing with the wind, they could come home with a wet sail. Kick waved away, 33-15 it remains.
Yep, still in it, they're still in it.
For sure. This is what they've shown throughout their Super 8 season. They've been really competitive. They've certainly not given up the ghost. They've, as you would expect from anyone coming out of the New Plymouth region, but New Plymouth boys in particular, a very proud school. Home of the Gully ground. Ooh. Very famous secondary school ground, which they've turned into a, they've taken the grass up and made a turf out of it, put a turf down.
You've taken a few first 15 teams there, haven't you?
All right. It's a real cauldron up there. Great place to play. All right, Tauranga Boys regains possession off the kickoff. Nehi carries again. Speedy in. Yes, can't do that, sir. Henry Speedy looking to increase tempo again. Gets a penalty advantage for not being back 10. A great service today, Mr. Speedy, off the deck in some pretty challenging conditions. Good charge there from Hunter Kennedy. Forwards look set to go. Henry get back down the blind. Cole Cullen needs some support though, sort of run away from. That should be a penalty to New Plymouth. Really good look. It was certainly on. You just got to be a little bit selective about when you go. Yeah, that's right. Have bodies on feet so they can support. But good look, keeps New Plymouth guessing for sure.
Pai te tere o te tākoro o te papoia. Mea rātou e tākoro nei ki te atu i te pai hau e whakatere ana ki te paitaha. Ona ai parahuti-huti ana. Eri auare ake.
Oh, that kick's not out. That's... that is a shame. Offload. Oh, slipping into that, slipping into that.
Pai te rutu.
Nothing to see there. Play on. Jamie Villion pulling strings there. Get the ball into space. Cole Cullen going again. Had a couple of strong runs just of late. Henry Speedy working hard to get across. Another good rip. Good charge there from TJ Wallace. Body height in and an offload to beat. Clark gets the ball away one-handed. Carlo Isaac has been really industrious in the tight. And a release and go again. Great play, great awareness, great offload.
Great hands,
good
great
play.
hands.
Yeah, it is. Carden Vardy again. Still in there, still in there. Needs some support though. Needs a half-back. Now we're out. Still showing a great willingness to move the ball. Some great skill level there. It's quite special to watch, really.
Once again, great work rate with by Henry Speedy.
All right, he's having a great game.
Working hard, as well as the second five as well.
Nehemiah Sewer there. Yeah, big fella.
Tamapuku mahi.
That's a good line-out variation. Flynn White holding him up. Tackle caught and ripped. Split second time in there. Forwards often think they've got, and just as the ref calls release, they rip away. 22, Eric Miller here with his boarding pass. And he is going on 4.
Ko whana tiko ki a ngā motu ki te paitaha. Nā rātou anō te pōro.
Ai kaha ki te ana mātou. Ai ngā paumua o ngā motu e kōrero ana. Tērā pia. E rauta ki tā rātou ki aike panuku. Ki te rārangi mā.
Eric Miller on for Nehemiah Sewer. Straight swap there, 12 for 12. Eric Miller started the game really strong. Started the year, sorry, really strongly. He's just coming back from a knee injury now. He's a year 12 student. Making the most of his opportunities. It's a pretty young backline that Boys High have with some really exciting young year 12 players out there. With the knowledge of the Jamie Villions and the Henry Speedies, Hunter Kennedys around them.
Kea te papai o ia te pōro i nai nei. Te tere hoki o e nei tama. Te tere hoki o ngā paumuri o te papai o ia.
Great clean out. Eric Miller straight into action. Body height, Ollie Reid. mind seeing the Palmy Boys runners just get a little bit closer just to help their halfback out a little bit. Oh, great look. Offload. Good. That's a high shot. Unseen.
Ko tiri hana tērā.
Out back. That's a good nudge. A bit of pressure. Just see where this ends up. Well anticipated by Jamie. Now you've got a disconnected line to run at, so she was connected and organised before. Now we've got this, and that's where the boys can really go to work. It's a great option, kick for kick. Another great charge.
By Tilma.
Oh, sympathetic pass needed there. It's a nudge in behind. It's Charlie Robbie getting back there, the right wing, and earning the team a penalty, a relieving penalty.
Ai ko huri te tai tēnei wai tēnei hauro o te kēmu ke te kiti atu tātou i a ngā mutu e hokai whakamua ki tō rātou haurua ki te rārangi pero e tohu pai tēnā.
Good kick.
Ko whana ki te pai taha. Hea piti tū kei te haere.
Still New Plymouth in good position here though. They're starting to win the kick battle a little bit. To get up and contest here. No easy line-outs in these conditions. But that was made to look easy. Well done to Boys High. To have the confidence to throw to 6 in these conditions, it's testament to the practice that they have. Great drive. Great drive. Still connected, so can still keep going. Same ball. Oh, not so much on that one. That's always the danger.
No,
okay, put this back in the corner. Sorry about
Ko whana tiko ki te pai taha.
They fought back well here, New Plymouth, after that late try and then the early try. The sort of 2 tries either side at half time. They've certainly stayed in the game and kept on swinging.
Stayed in the half.
Right.
It's the time now, this half.
E kōrero ana ngā paumua o ngā mutu. E wā nangahia ana. Kei te kimi rautaki. Kia ai ke panuku, kia ai ke tangaroa.
Some more substitutions there. Jamie Verleuen off, Henry Speedy off, and they have been replaced by Bailey Ngātai Cribb and Micah Steinmetz. So Bailey Ngātai Cribb will go to 9, Micah Steinmetz will go to 10.
Great drive by New Plymouth boys.
Good drive. So, an advantage. And the try over.
Great drive.
33-20, kick to come. As we sort of mentioned, New Plymouth are certainly not out of this yet, are they, boys?
Oh, no, they're not. They're not. Pai te kaha o tērā rangapū paumua ngā mutu. I tō rātou kaha ki te anga whakamua.
Nā, mā pango mā whiro ka oti te mahi. You can see, saw a good drive there from ngā mutu. And then got that ball down on the try line.
Yeah, tika tau. Hei apiti ki ēnā kōrero. Mea nui kia waiho te toi poto kawe te toi roa.
Ai, tika.
That's all they really need to do, use the wind, get down in the corner, back their line-out drive. So Palmy's aim will be to not be in their half and to play as much rugby as they can outside of their half and to not give New Plymouth those easy piggyback yards back into the 22. Another change at hooker. Number 2, Flynn White, is off and he's been replaced by another Year 12 boy, Wills Madden.
Nā, ko ngā piro ina nei, ko te toru tukau mai toru, ki te rua tukau, he whana e whaake nei.
And I think I see Jonty Skirman out there as well, number 19, and he is on for Mo Sakona, number 5. Once again, always easy to pick the new players. The jerseys are clean.
wāpai tēnei, he wāpai tēnei. Kia ata wānanga hia.
Have to kick out to the right there, so it remains 33-20.
Ka pai. E te iwi hare I te mea he hau pūkere engari he hau e pupui ana. Re ke te pupui te hau ki te tairāwhiti, ki te rāwhiti. E toi pai tēnā mō ngamotu.
Be a good test for Palmy Boys' depth here. They've made some early changes off the back of a pretty busy week with Hamilton Boys last week and a fairly quick turnaround, so they're obviously looking to inject some energy, and they've obviously got great trust in their bench players, so that hasn't gone to 10. That's not the result they were after. 33-20. 2 converted tries behind, and still a fair amount of time to go in the game, which is certainly not over. It's a good scrum here. Kick back into that corner, and she's all on again. I see another clean jersey out there, number 22, Levi Clement is on in the backs there. He looks like he has gone on for the centre, number 13, Korode Wipiti Boylan. So a big moment for him.
Pai ki te ngā tau te kau mārua. I roto I tēnei tīma.
Nā, he tau puri e whākenei.
Scrum, wheel away, change of play, bring the winger up, kick in there, pick the bones out of that. Hunter working to get to the ball and running into the middle of the park. Cole sees an opportunity, they try and running it out from there. Back in there, carry clean. Hunter Kennedy to clear, but not found touch. Number 22, newly on the field, run it straight back into the heart of the defence. New Plymouth gets set, they go to war again with their forwards.
He pakanga kei te haere e te iwi, kei a ngā motu te pōro, e toi te haurua, o te papaioia, e ngā nāna.
Palmy Boys' discipline here will have to be bang on, otherwise they'll find themselves back into the corner again and trying to defend another drive. Beck's going to have a crack. She's about 5 on 3 out there though, so I'm not sure what picture they saw, but they were playing advantage. It's a bit of a decision here, 33-20. If they take the points, they're only 10 behind, which means they don't have to get one of the converted tries, or they go to the line and back themselves. They haven't got too many conversions over, so this would be a bankable 3.
Oh, they're going for the line.
Go for the line.
Yeah.
The courage of these young fellas, but you see it in Super, so therefore it must be good.
Yeah. Not a bad choice too, close to the line, so.
Not a bad choice. And to be fair, their last 2 line-out drives have resulted in 5 pointers.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
Yeah. It's just a tough place to kick goals from, right out on those sidelines, and they certainly do need to start converting some tries.
Aia, piti tū kei te haere e te iwi, kia ngā motu te pōro.
Good catch and drive. Body height here from Boys High. Both teams look pretty set. Plymouth have wheeled away and got another advantage. As they drive for the line, they look awfully close. Pick and go. Still there or thereabouts. Going, another advantage again. Lots of people telling the ref their input. Backs have a crack with the advantage. They've gone for a sniper play. Ball can bounce anywhere. Yeah, there's a good intent, good option. If you've got advantage, you might as well pull trigger on something else and see what happens.
Yeah, pai te tākoro ngā mutu hoki. Yeah, puta I whanati koke ki te kōkona.
Only one blow on the whistle there, so the ref's still okay with what things have been done. They go back to their line out again.
Te nui hoki o ngā hāmine, a ki runga I te papaioia, me ata whakaaro rātou.
They've got a good drive going on last time, didn't they, fellas? They might get over this time. Obviously got great confidence in their ability from this part of the field.
Become quite dangerous now, New Zealand boys.
They look set. Good body height. Here they go, starting to get some forward momentum. Good defence though, they've spun it around. Oh no, spun away. Oh, ref's not going to see anything in there, I don't believe. Ball at the back of the ruck there. Oh, he's caught a knock on. A knock on. Or is that his held up call? I think that's his knock on call. That was better deep.
Yeah, why money to Papuia? Yeah, quite lucky. You for the boys had a roll on.
Still in the right part of the field. Still a really tough place to exit out of here. Palmy boys will, whether they'll kick straight off the scrum or they might look for their number 8 to come off the back. And although the setup looks to be a kick setup, if I had to hazard a guess.
Ko roa te pōro e noho ana ki te hawhi o te papaio ia. Te ata ki te ana, kei te ngenge haere ngā tama, nā te puku mahi.
Pretty big scrum this one. If New Plymouth can get some ascendancy and force a turnover or force a hurried kick, then they're right back in there. Does look like it's a run first picture here, just based on where the backs are standing and their anticipation. And we've got a penalty to Palmy boys. Much needed reliever there.
Tika tau, kua hāmene te kai wawau. Wai maria.
Nā me ata wānanga hia a papaioia, me pēwhia te oma a te hipa I te rarangi hawhi.
Marcus Steinmetz clears, and I don't know that he's found touch. He has not.
Not quite.
But that is a good shot from Cole Cullen, who supports, turns a not so good kick into a good kick. Good D here. Plymouth's got a little bit of fire going now.
Ke te hōkai whakamua ngā motu.
Someone needs to straighten up here, just a little bit sideways there from New Plymouth, easy to defend. Line speed here through the middle from Palmy boys. Good leg drive back. Penalty though, under advantage again. As is often the way in this this age of rugby, whoever has ball tends to get the majority of the decisions. That's a good left-footed kick. And we are right back into that corner again. She was a fairly good effort to hold them out last time. Over on the right-hand side, left-hand side here. We'll see how we go.
The Plymouth boys are back down there.
Right. Haven't really left the half, have they?
No,
The
they
last
haven't.
sort of 10, 15 minutes.
Yep. Tide's turned. The Kohui to
A little bit. All right. Same back to 2. Sack this time. Palmy boys have gone for a sack. They'll bring their line speed up. Oh, that's a little bit of a shepherd there, I would have thought, but no, play on. The Plymouth forwards get ready to go again. Halfback calls them in for the pick and goes. So keep it tight. It's all taking time, which is starting to weigh in Palmy boys' favour here. Knock on. Knock on. That's good deep. Just in the last 5 minutes, they've really started to aim up Palmy boys on deep. New Plymouth have kept going at them, throwing plenty at them, but they've stopped the slide here a little bit, although the ref would like to have a chat to the two hookers, who probably have a fair bit to say to each other.
Yeah, credit to Palmerston North Boys High School, their team. Yep, for the defence, I agree with that. Yep, I kaha kaupare rātou I a ngā motu.
This could be an option here out on the my right, your left, if they have a crack. Just a good little run picture there. It depends on how they're feeling about the game, whether they just want to get out of here and ask New Plymouth to come at them again, or whether they want to try and break them down here and see what happens.
Ko Te tumana koe ka whanati koki ki te paita, tēnei wai kare no kia eke nei, kare no kia puta.
Koe rā tētai o ngā hapa, e ata ki te ana mātou. Kaore te pōro, e puta ana i te rārangi, i te paitaha. Nā wai, a kauma tonu a ngā motu i roto i te hawhi o te papaioia. No reira, me kaha whana, ngā kai whana, ngā paumuri i te pōro, kia eke i te rārangi.
First job done. Good scrum. And we look like we're running kick option. That's a good nudge into the wind.
Ko te apiti tui nai nei.
What price would you pay on a 35-metre drive from the 10-metre line here for New Plymouth? Backs look set to run again. Looking to bring their big captain, McGregor, in. Nope. He will pull out. Here he comes. Good seam in there, always a good seam to attack through there. Good work.
Nā te rutupai o te papaioia.
Get out of there, sir. Well done. Little tip action, just trying to shift it on from the main tackler. Going to go to their backs. Not sure the numbers are there just yet. But a break makes a break. That's a good kick. And New Plymouth look to be winning the race here. No. Oi. And it goes dead.
He tuki tērā toparua o ngā motu ki te whakeiki te pai kāneke. The number 12, their second five of New Plymouth, quite strong.
Yeah, he's
always crosses the advantage line.
Right, he's a big, strong ball carrier. He's their captain, leads from the front. So kick went dead. So scrum from where the kick was taken, or 22 option, and Boys High have opted for the scrum. Struggling to clear their half though, aren't they? They don't seem under any stress or any pressure. They're just struggling to clear their half. I think they're pretty comfortable or comfortable in their D screen or confident in their D screen to hold out, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind another 50 metres behind their backs to the try line. Yeah. New Plymouth are actually winning the second half, aren't they? Was it at half time, 28-10?
Yep.
So it's 10-5. That's a good break. Good tackle. High shot there, I think, or maybe no arms. Great carry from Ollie Reid, the year 11 boy. Not a great position to get into there.
Ko whanati koka ki te paitaha.
Oh, they've found touch again. They are making it a little bit tough for themselves. That is out on the fulls. That's a...
Yep, still can't quite...
get out, eh?
Yeah, check it out on the far side.
Wai maria te papaioia. I whana ngā motu I tērā pōro. Palmy is very lucky that that ball went full.
Right. So as the clock winds down, they've got a couple of options here, Palmy. They'll either look to play some territory and ask New Plymouth to run it back from way, or they'll hold on to ball and just back themselves to hold position. At the moment, they're going for a drive. Good, safe option. Great drive, too. Got a bit of way on here. Ball at the back safely. Yes, it is. I can see it there. Been asked to clear it, though. They'll have a wee carry. Eric Miller on a fine day that could have gone. Charlie James, good strong run, just picking up some loose ball there. New Plymouth straight on that though. Great turnover. Is it? No, well done. Some fairly effective clean out there. That's a knock forward. See someone in a forward position.
Nā he wāti nei hei pukumuhi mai a kapa.
So what do New Plymouth do here? They've got a good scrum, middle of the park. There'll be some kick space there somewhere. They want to put it back in the corner and ask Palmy boys to run it out, or do they back themselves to hold position and work their way up the field?
Yeah, good defence line by New Plymouth boys too.
Right.
Pai te kaupare I to hōrere whakatū pātū wata ne.
They looked.
e tino ki te ana, i tēnei haurua o te kēmu, i ngā pūkenga o ngā motu. O tino piki, ngā pūkenga, koeke i tētahi taumata anō.
Great scrum. Yeah, great scrum. The Palmerston Boys set piece has been really strong today. Scrum and at line-out time. Not too many errors in that space. So it's always an easier game to play when you've got good source.
They've given a good ball for the back line as well with them moving forward.
Right.
Just New Plymouth sometimes, quite good at defence and tackling in this half.
So same decision here for Palmy Boys. Kick or run. Hold on to possession and time wind the clock down, or ask them to go and do the hard stuff. And it's a run picture. That's a great option. Eric Miller. That's a good kick. Oh, I don't think you're allowed to do that, sir. No, you're not. It's not rugby league, my friend.
Great opportunity for Palmerston North Boys High School to get a few more points up, if they can.
Really courageous. Oh, not courageous because they backed their skills. So obviously got confidence to run it out from there. Run kick option. As the cameras pan around, that's the sun in the sky there. You don't have to see it on a winter's day for Palmerston North, but that is indeed the sun.
Palmy weather, beautiful.
Oh, it's magnificent.
Nā te kāpuki mahi o te papai oia, ko tata rātou ki te rārangi piro.
Front line out option.
I te whanga, kia piro.
Great drive here. This would be an absolute dagger for New Plymouth after all that time in the half.
Koe ke panikua te papai oia.
That's well worked. Great front of the line out option there. Throw to the man on the ground. Quick transfer to the middle of the line out, and away they go. And after all the pressure they've had to absorb, and New Plymouth trying to mount a bit of a comeback there, that right there would be quite tough to swallow.
Piri tata te rangapūpau mua. Rawe te ki te rātou te whai rautaki, te rautaki tika.
Bailey Ngātai Crib taking over the kicking duties from Jay Villion. Can't be too much time left on the clock.
Kia kune whakaaro ko te wā tuatahi, a tērā mo te papai oia, me te poro ki roto I te hawhi.
Leaves it out to the right. And that is full time. Great win there for Palmy Boys, 38-20. A really spirited comeback there from New Plymouth Boys, as you'd expect in the second half there. But certainly a superb game there.
Yep. E rawe te kite tēnei kēmu, tēnei pakanga nui wanga I ngā kure e rua. Mihi ana kia ngā mutu ko tai tāwhiti mai, ki rangi tāne whenua, ki rangi tāne tangata. Me tō rātou kaha, tō rātou ihi, ki te tākuru I tēnei kēmu o tātou. Mihi ana.
So that's 4 wins from 4 for Palmy Boys in the Super 8. Their next fixture is against Tauranga Boys High School in Tauranga, I was going to say, in Tauranga, that's right, up there, and so that is next Saturday. And New Plymouth Boys will have another fixture next Saturday as well, and if I consult Tribe, I'll be able to figure out who they're playing. On you, Pa, Josh.
Aku mihi ki te tini me te mano, kua hono mai ki whakaata Māori, ki te mātaki ki tēnei kēmu. Nei mātou rangi tāne o ngā tamatano o te papoea, mihi kauake atu ana, kia koutou.
New Plymouth head to, Gizzy Boys come to New Plymouth, so from one side of the island to the other. Coming together of two great headmasters, Mr. Sam Moore and Mr. Tom Cairns, great mates, Gizzy Boys and New Plymouth Boys. As the two teams come together and exchange pleasantries after the game. Boys High can be pretty proud, happy with that effort, I think. It's always a tough backup after Hamilton Boys. Really quick turnaround, especially on a track that would be best described as heavy. Although I don't, did anyone see the Wellington College Silverstream game, the highlights of that game yesterday? Did you see that? No. Holy hecker, that was some rain and mud. That was brutal. To be fair, if the rain had come today, that would have been a bit of an issue, but it stayed away, as it often does. It's been a really great afternoon here at Palmerston North Boys High School. Two great teams, evenly matched, having a real crack at each other. Palmy Boys will retain the Barnes Cup for another year. The Plymouth Boys were spirited in their play. Certainly looked to use their forwards a lot, and their line-out drive was really effective. But Palmy Boys were probably just a little bit too effective, with efficient with ball in hand, and any opportunity they had resulted in points, generally speaking.
Te toko I ngā kōrero. Koi kārea ngā motu eke, ko te mea nui I whakapau kā tō rātou aho tangata akoro no reira mihi ana ki taua kapa.
So it's a bonny farewell from Palmerston North Boys High School, and thanks for Māori TV for providing the opportunity for the whānau to watch the game.
Tēnā koutou.